A palace, golden halls, a crown waiting, but love doesn't wait, it floats, it wounds, it heals, and for Leonor of Spain, love feels like a feather. Soft, invisible, yet impossible to escape. The world sees her as a monarch in the making. Spain's future, the House of Bourbon's jewel. But what the world does not see is a sisterhood that feels more fragile, more powerful, and more defining than any throne. Leonor and Sofia, two daughters, two destinies, one bond. From the outside, it looks simple. A family, a monarchy, a line of succession. But when the lights dim, when the palace doors close, a different story begins. One of rivalry and loyalty, of silence and laughter, of being royal, and yet, deeply human. Leonor was born into expectation. The air, every gaze heavy on her small shoulders. From her first cry, Spain knew her as more than a child. She was history reborn. Sofia, by contrast, was freedom in human form. The second daughter, no throne to chase, no crown to fear, and yet, their lives intertwined like two wings of the same bird. One could not soar without the other. But here is the contradiction: the crown both unites and divides. Because where Leonor's love is tethered to duty, Sofia's love is light as air. The tension grows. Every photograph, every public gesture, is a puzzle. Who is comforting who? Who is yielding? Who is sacrificing? Consider the way Leonor holds her sister's hand in public. Gentle, protective, but firm. The future queen, already rehearsing her role as both monarch and sister. Sofia, slightly taller, always smiling wider, often leaning in to shield Leonor from the crowd's piercing stares. Their bond whispers of a hidden truth: they are each other's armor. But what happens when duty demands separation? Leonor leaves for the military academy. Uniform, precision, isolation. Sofia departs for UWC Atlantic, a school of freedom, diversity, laughter under Welsh skies. Two paths, diverging. And yet, the bond lingers, invisible, unbroken. And this raises the question: can a crown bear the weight of love? Because history is cruel, sibling bonds in royalty often fracture. Princes against princes, sisters against sisters, thrones that demand betrayal. But Leonor and Sofia, could they be different? Could love survive the throne? Leonor's love is cautious, her eyes always aware of the cameras. Her voice measured, almost too careful. Sofia's love is effortless, her gestures spontaneous, her laughter breaking protocol with every ripple. Together, they create a paradox. One shaped by fear, the other by freedom. One destined to reign, the other destined to live. And yet, the stories whisper, when the palace grows cold, it is Sofia who wraps Leonor in warmth. A feather-light hug, a private word, a reminder that beneath the crown is a heart. Without her sister, Leonor is steel. With her sister, she is human. But this is where curiosity deepens: will that humanity endure? Because monarchy does not forgive. Every friend becomes a potential scandal. Every love a national affair. For Leonor, love can never be light. It can never be simple. It can only be tested. And Sofia, she becomes the mirror. The reminder that love can, in fact, remain pure. Let us look closer at their public gestures. At Easter Mass, the cameras captured a fleeting moment. Sofia leaning slightly into Leonor. A whisper exchanged. Leonor's lips tightening, then softening. A smile, tiny, but telling. In that instant, the monarchy vanished. There were no titles, no crown, only sisters. During National Day, Leonor in uniform, Sofia beside her, radiant in calm rebellion. The crowd cheered, but the story was in their eyes. Leonor, burdened with Spain's expectations, found her anchor in Sofia's gaze. It was not Spain she was serving in that moment, it was love. Love like a feather, weightless, yet powerful enough to tip the scale of destiny. Because feathers fly, they drift, they refuse to be caged. And that is the paradox of Leonor and Sofia: royalty binds them, but love frees them. But here is the question Spain whispers: when Leonor ascends, will Sofia fade? Will the love that once gave Leonor strength become her greatest weakness? Or will Sofia redefine what it means to be the sister of a queen, standing not in shadow, but as an equal source of light? History offers clues: queens who reigned alone, princesses who were silenced, siblings who turned against each other. Yet, Leonor and Sofia resist this script. Their bond insists on rewriting it. And maybe, just maybe, Spain is ready for a monarchy built not only on power, but on love. The palace corridors are lined with portraits of Bourbon kings and queens. Stiff, distant, cold. But imagine, years from now, a painting of Leonor, the queen, with Sofia by her side. Not as an afterthought, not as a shadow, but as the heartbeat that kept the crown from becoming too heavy. Because love, like a feather, may seem fragile. But in the storm of politics, tradition, and history, it is love that endures. And when the world looks at Leonor, they may see a crown. But when Leonor looks at Sofia, she sees freedom. And perhaps that is the greatest paradox of all. The queen is not truly sovereign unless she remembers the girl who taught her how to fly. So, what happens next? Leonor's journey as heir continues, with every duty, every uniform, every speech. Sofia's journey unfolds in freedom, in choices, in discovery. But no matter where life carries them, their love remains. Sometimes visible, sometimes hidden, always present. A love like feather. Soft, but unyielding. Invisible, but undeniable. Royal, but human. The kind of love that does not break under the crown, but makes the crown bearable. And in the end, when history writes their names, Spain will not only remember the queen. It will remember the sister who made her human. Because without Sofia, Leonor may carry the crown. But without Leonor, Sofia may never have taught the world this truth. Even in monarchy, love can be light. A love like feather. A love that flies. A love that remains.